Thanks for tuning in today. We're gonna get into these black bags right here and make some food. So I'm hungry. Stick around. So it's finally stopped raining long enough to build some sort of a small fire. So I'm gonna put the Lixada folded backpacking camping stove to the test and make up some hot dogs. So I'm also going to be putting to use the Pathfinder grill set. I bought mine individually in the canvas bag separately, but it's ready to go. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is get the camp stove out and put it together. It does come in like a polypropylene type bag, Velcro closure. And these are the contents. You have your sides, front, back, bottom. And these two pieces in here are why I went with this versus a different named one. And that'd be these two pieces right here. Because my cup may be smaller than the top. So I want to have something for it to be able to sit on. I don't want to be just out of luck. So this is what really sold me for this one. And it didn't cost $100. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is separate out my pieces. And once I get it together, I'll show you the other reason why I chose this. So as you can see, there are 5 main pieces plus the cross member. So I'm sure there's a right and a wrong way to do this, and I'm probably leaning more towards the latter, but it ends up looking the same in the end for me. So I'll show you my way, which is not necessarily the right. Okay, so the first thing I do is take 2 sides and put them together, and the indentations are outwards. If you can see it in the camera or not. I'm just going to slide these 2 sides together. Watch your fingers, don't get pinched in between here. It's gotta hurt. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is take my tray, put my tray in. There's only notches on 3 sides, front obviously being the notchless side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in there. Alright, it'll start getting a little trickier at this point, but it's not that big a deal. So we're just gonna add the other side. And I'm just kind of hooking the sides in, sliding it up, and then I can go on the inside and just line everything back up again. While I'm squeezing it here on the outside, it's not coming apart. So you can see we have 3 sides. Now the front is the tricky one because they are opposites. So this one takes a little more finesse, if you want to call it that. There's that side. That side, and push down and lock it. So there I have my stove all built. Okay, now that I have the stove all together, I'm going to show you how to put these 2 pieces in here. You can put them in across and put them in, or put them in individual. I find it easier to put them in individually. So the notch in this here goes into this corner here, or this corner here, whichever you're doing. And you got to kind of give it a shove to go in there. And then it just sits in there like that. And when you're done, it looks something like that. And they're not machined perfectly. I mean, let's be realistic here. But that's better than my cup falling in my fire. One of the reasons I chose this stove, besides the supports on the top over the tons of other stoves available out there was the size of the opening in the front. There were some that were only open more towards the top and some that had very thin openings, but this one has a rather large opening, and that's a big thing for me. Personal choice, of course. So let's get some fire going in here and break this bad boy in. As I mentioned, we're going to use the Pathfinder grill set here. Let's cook my hot dogs on. Inside my canvas bag here, I have the smaller square and the little bit longer rectangular one. We're going to go with the little square today. So we're just cooking a couple of small dogs. So let's get this guy on, get a fire going. Okay, we're going to start with some smaller sticks and work our way up from there. Today's tinder of choice is birch bark, brought to you by Mother Nature. I don't know about you, but I like my hot dogs good and done. And no better way to do that than fire. So let's get them done on the outside, questionable on the inside. Let's eat some. There you have it, 4 dogs cooked to perfection, just the way I like them. Oh yeah, double fisting. Let's try one of these out. Oh yeah, that's a good hot dog right there. It achieves the goal that I set out for it. I can't ask for much more than that. Longevity would be nice. I'm gonna finish these up. Catch you in a minute. Before I start rambling on about this, let's take a minute, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and like the video. I appreciate all of your support. Alright, so my quick final thoughts on the Lixada camp stove, backpacking stove. For the price point, they're really good. I think I spent maybe $20, give or take a couple, on this. And like I said, to have the cross members and things, that was really important. So, $20, excellent. It's easy to assemble. It takes up very little space in the backpack. This is the stainless steel version, so it does have a little more weight than the titanium does. To not have to make a big fire all the time is a big plus. I can use smalls or just a little bit larger, and that's all I need. I don't need big pieces of lumber to keep a big fire going. The downside to that being that you have to feed this thing constantly in order to cook. It'll cook quickly, but you still have to feed the wood into it rather regularly. The other great thing to this is that it cools down quickly. The metals is thin, and it does cool down rather quickly. I'm gonna get this guy broke down and back in the pack. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. Keep an eye out for the next video, and I'll catch you all next time.